Evening, everybody. This is Anthony from ampedairsoft, and I got
Matthew.
Today we're doing an honest guy's review of this broge right here. Well, most of this broge right here. Cue the music.
Yeah. My bad. Behind the two white bins.
All right, so problem. You have one of these, like we all do. All right, but you don't know how to mount it to one of these. Chances are a lot of you guys do something like this. I call it the unicorn.
I ran it for a while.
Don't do it. Just don't. That kind of sucks. The camera can get bumped, can face the wrong way, can be too low. It's bad. It's just not good. That's not good. So we have started carrying a product from a brilliant gentleman who goes online by the name BrainExploder. You've probably heard of him on YouTube. It's kind of a big deal. We've started carrying his GoPro NVG mount that he has designed, printed, and made all right here in the good old US of A. Now, I've been running this for about a month and a half. This is my personal one. Matthew has as well.
As well as Curtis.
And Curtis has done it as well. He's also made the switch from Contour to GoPro. So we're doing it. So Matthew, being that you are a photographer by degree, how do you feel about this guy right here?
Basically what Gentle Sire BrainExploder has... Basically, he's taken the problem of all the little bits and pieces of mounting a GoPro the proper way to get the best point of view, and he's literally made it one piece. This actually used to be... This is my old case and mount. This was my unicorn mount. It's literally a NVG shroud placement holder with a GoPro sticky mount stuck to it, the extended thing, and then the camera stuck to it. As you can see, it does sit quite a ways off from your actual line of sight. I've actually run that probably 2 or 3 years. I loved it, but I always noticed when we were at games, I'd look down when it was sunny out, and I'd see my shadow, and I'd see this horn coming off my helmet, and I realized it does stand out a lot more than what you're used to. Anthony, at one point, after he got his Hero 4, you started doing the upside down mount that way.
The first time I used it, I did the unicorn, and I hated it. Sorry, I'm really gonna be honest, I hated it. It was stupid. I bumped it off of things. I messed it up constantly. And that was literally the first time I did it. So then on the way to Shelby, I found the curved helmet kit. It's basically for skateboard helmets and stuff like that. And it comes with some extra pieces, so then I flipped it upside down, which worked. So I brought it down closer to my eye line, like this guy right here. But it was 2 kits worth of parts put together, so that cost me more money than it should have. Mr. BrainExploder here.
Well, actually, GoPro themselves tried to solve this problem first.
They did. It was garbage.
They basically tried to take these 3 pieces right here, and they made it their own. They actually made one, just a single piece that would lock in there, and you can mount your camera to it. Did the same exact thing as this, and honestly, I am not a fan of the GoPro one at all. It's $30 for one piece, and every single person I've seen who use it, whether it's a real OpsCore Wendy or a replica, it has had to have been tied down or modified because it'll rattle, it'll come loose, break. So I'm not the biggest fan of the GoPro one.
So Mr. BrainExploder, he decided that, being that he's good at 3D modeling, he decided, well, I do lots of YouTube videos, I can come up with a better version of that. He is much like the CQB Russian. He's an airsoft player who saw a need, and he fixed things. And I wholeheartedly support people who have initiative to fix things. So what this is made of is it is 3D printed material. Super light, super strong, It's made in this matte black, high-density plastic, and it's all one piece, and it's made to fit into your shroud. It has a piece that's flexible. It's made of a more flexible material that is the locking mechanism.
Yeah, like we said, there is no metal or parts that have to connect together. This is one piece.
One piece. And when it mounts, literally what it does is when you mount it and you put your camera on it, it swings down. It is at the perfect angle to hit the bridge of your helmet, right here. And then that's it. It's looking at the right angle to catch you doing all of your operations. On film. Like, you need people to see how cool you are. This is the mount you need to use. I like it. I'm the only one that hasn't spray painted theirs yet, apparently. Only gripe, I have two. There's two gripes about the system. First of all, when he designed it, he owns himself a replica helmet. So, that being said, replica helmets have a little bit of play between their shrouds and the actual helmet itself.
As this one does.
As this one does. So, he added two plastic pieces of fin basically on the backside of this mount to help stabilize it in a repro mount. If you run real helmets like we do, you're gonna have to cut that off. But since it's made of high density polymer, you literally just take a pocket knife and cut it off.
Yeah, literally on the bottom two corners, you just have these tiny little notches. I just took a pocket knife, you just shaved a little bit off.
You probably can't see it,
Slipped right
but
in.
they're literally right there.
There'll be a detailed shot.
Yeah, you just cut that off, good to go. And the only other problem is that it doesn't come with any mounting hardware, so you're gonna have to cannibalize one of your actual GoPro mounts for the nut that fits into this slot and your little screw. Yeah, you can probably see it somewhere, head somewhere. But that's it. It's too smart. It's too smart.
It is.
It's too smart. It makes you feel stupid for not coming up with it yourself.
Cool thing is he designed this, made it on his own 3D printer, and now he gets them. He sends them to Shapeways, which is a very awesome. If you're really into 3D printing stuff or you're getting into it, check them out. There's all sorts of stuff on there.
As a graphic design major, I'm a really big fan of his packaging and
Yes.
his layout. It's very smart.
Environmentally friendly.
Very environmentally friendly.
He actually designed these for us because we do carry these
We carry these
online, in-store everywhere.
Yeah, so this packaging's all for guys like us. So, pick it up. I picked it up. You picked it up.
$30 well spent.
Kurt picked it up. It replaced $60 worth of kits for me.
About, yeah.
This is about $30. It's $33 with tax if you're local, but $30 retail thereabouts. So yeah, man, pick it up. We're one of the only stores carrying them, man. Fix your GoPro game. Quit being weak. Make it strong. Yeah, I love people who come up with solutions. So I give this a 10 out of 10. This thing's, other than the couple little tiny things that are really just nitpicky crap, I give this a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect solution. It's cheap. It's inexpensive, and it solves problems. Sorry, that's the first perfect score I think I've ever given something here.
I think it is.
I think it's the first perfect score.
Good job, BrainExploder.
Bro. Also, he's making hat mounts and things too. So if you guys are interested in those, keep an eye out for that.
Just check out his channel in general.
Yeah,
He's
go watch his YouTube
really
channel.
solid, simple, well put together gameplay.
I love his design, the way he lays it all out.
The funny thing is, he's more honest about stuff than we are because
he's not a retailer.
He's not a retailer. He is by himself. He gets stuff. He is brutally honest. So if you really want to know about certain things, go to him because he gets some wild guns. His gun wall is insane. I can't even name half the guns on it. Sometimes.
Him making fun of that Wii M14 was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
pretty awesome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, the only word of caution we can have on this is it is 3D printed material, and as I have always done with my GoPro mounts, I always actually cinch them down with the Phillips head on there just to make sure that this thing does not move at all or it gets knocked around. You don't want to crank down on it. You don't want to He-Man it because it is 3D printed material. It could break if you go too hard on it. But other than that, it's 10 out of 10.
I like it. You like it? Sold. So, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Go buy it if you have a GoPro. Fix your GoPro game.
Or go buy it then get a GoPro.
Fix your GoPro game. Quit being weak. Make it strong. Anyways, this has been Anthony from ampedairsoft, and this has been
Matt.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Vine. I'm tired of listing them. Anyways, check us out.
Social media.
Social media jazz. Peace.